welcome to another video. I'm going to show you some Depeche Mode 7 inches this week. Starting with Balance Right from Japan. So this is what it looks like. In actual fact, it's all kind of in pieces. So not so much an outer sleeve, but just a piece of glossy paper. Quite a busy cover, for want of a better word, with the English and Japanese lyrics on, and a very 80s photo of the band there. Martin's got quite a bouffant. There's like a company sleeve, the Reprise, Elektra, Pioneer, Warner Brothers. So it's the Warner Pioneer Corporation at that point, which became WEA Group further down the line. And the disc is quite nice looking as well. Big A on the A side, Get the Balance Right. And on the B side, The Great Outdoors. And this is P1757. So that was in 1983. Now this is in 1984. The very high selling People Are People 7 inch. You can probably guess from the sleeve, but it's got Sire on there, and you can probably guess from the cut. It's from the US. They have this kind of bit of extra space to get the record out, which I think is quite a nice feature. So it's got People Are People on it, and In Your Memory on the B side. The disc is a typical Sire disc with a big blue circular logo on. And this one's punched centre. And then just a year later, in 1985, Shape the Disease came out. This is a promo from Canada, also on Sire. And at this point, we've got WEA Group set up. So we've got the WEA sleeve, and it says WEA Music of Canada Limited with the Birchmount Road address. And obviously French language as well, Musique de Canada. So it says promo only, not for sale, so the centre's not punched. It's got Shape Disease on the A side, and Flexible on the B side. So that was the Canadian promo. Over in Italy, the actual production version of the 7 inch looks like this, with the familiar cover on, with a very interesting artwork. And there's at least two versions of this 7 inch in Italy. This is the one that says Grafico, Pizzoli and Zacco along the edge of the image there. And if we have a look on the inside, see the sleeve isn't ink printed, stamped, but as usual for the Italian market, we've got a kind of authentication stamp on here, and there's a little kind of red line underneath the stamp here as well. So there's a big stamp, and we just caught the edge of it, and that will come in a later video that I'm going to do when we look at a cassette from Italy, how they actually managed to stamp the cassette. So it's kind of off-white label. It's got Shape of Disease on the A side, and then Flexible on the B side. And much like the Spanish 7 inch, it's got quite a nice texture to the sleeve on this one. And then a year later, back in Canada, we've got A Question of Lust promo again, the WEA sleeve. So it says promotional, not for resale, near the centre hole there. It's got A Question of Lust on the A side and A Question of Lust on the B side, but they are different versions. So that was a promo from Canada in 1986, and then also in 1986, the same record, Question of Lust, but this is the Japanese promo. So again, quite a busy sleeve. And again, I say sleeve, but actually it's just a paper insert similar to the previous one I showed you. This is P2133, and it's got the Japanese and English language lyrics on the back and an advert for the album it came from, Black Celebration there. Again, we're actually in Warner Pioneer territory here, so perhaps in Japan that's how they were known rather than WEA, because that's the sleeve. And then the disc with the it's got a white label, quite modern looking, black text on it. You can tell it's promo, I think, because of the characters there, which I think are basically saying something like promotional use only, not for resale, as they normally do. And on the B side, we've got the really nice instrumental Christmas Island. And that's it for this video. Tune in next week. I'm going to show you some, or I'm either going to show you some CDs or some cassettes. Cheers.